The EFF and the British-Dutch multinational consumer goods company Unilever have reached an agreement over the images used in a Clicks online advertisement that denigrated the hair of black women. The parties held a meeting this morning over the outrage that was caused by the images and the protest by EFF members that saw all Clicks stores close their doors yesterday. However, stores have reopened this morning with increased security. As part of the agreement reached, Unilever will withdraw the Tresemme brand from all retail outlets for a period of 10 days. It will issue an apology to all South Africans and black women in particular, and will also donate a minimum of 10,000 sanitary towels and sanitizers to informal settlements identified by the EFF. Unilever will work with the party to hold further discussions on transformation within the company relating to procurement, empowerment and employment equity. The only point where the parties could not reach agreement was on the publication of the names of the Unilever of all the employees involved in the production of the images. However, the company will hold internal disciplinary processes to hold those employees accountable. Well, our reporter who's been following this story for us is Natasha Phiri. Let's cross to her now and get a sense of what's come out of this meeting between these two parties. Natasha, it seems that the matter is closed now.
Well, indeed, Peter, it does seem as if the matter is closed. It's quite unfortunate, though, that we didn't get an opportunity to speak to representatives from Unilever and Clicks. We saw them walk in just ahead of the meeting, and we were just hoping to actually doorstep them. But, of course, this is the exit they actually used, to exit the building. And, of course, the meeting has concluded with both parties from Unilever and from Clicks. And the EFF, both with Unilever and Clicks, had actually released a joint statements. We're hopefully and anxiously crossing our fingers, hoping to speak to the spokesperson of the EFF, Vuyani Pambo, just to give us a reaction to both the joint statements. You've stated extensively a short while ago on the terms and conditions that Unilever and Clicks, I beg your pardon, and EFF had actually come to. They had said that unfortunately they won't publish the names of those executives that had signed off the advert, but have indicated that one executive had actually resigned and left the country under the level 2 lockdown regulations. They also state that they will be donating about 10,000 sanitary towels and sanitizers to underprivileged people in informal settlements, and they have actually acknowledged that the advert was racist. Now, coming to the Clicks advert, Peter, they also Clicks has actually admitted that the advert is actually racist and has taken accountability of the issue of the matter. They also say in the statement that Clicks expresses its remorse to all South African black women in particular for the racist Tresemme advert it has published on its website. It further goes on to say that Clicks will withdraw all Tresemme products from all its stores and replace them with locally produced products. But what's different and what's glaring with this statement, the joint statement with Clicks and the EFF, is that there is no time stipulated to when these Tresemme products will be put back on the shelves, as opposed to the joint statement that was released by Unilever and the EFF. Their products will be off the shelves for 10 days, but in this statement with Clicks, it doesn't say and stipulate how many days their products will be off the shelves. It further goes on to say that in addition, Clicks will donate a minimum of 50,000 sanitary pads. It also will award scholarships to 5 students, namely black and female, and they must have been orphaned by HIV and AIDS. Another interesting, outcome coming out of the statement, Peter, is that the EFF will be working with law enforcement agencies to ensure that the agent provocateurs involved in the vandalism of Clicks stores are brought to book. Remember, on Monday and Tuesday, we saw images coming through of certain Clicks stores, across the country being vandalized. We spoke to the deputy president of the EFF, Floyd Shibambu, who had said that the EFF as a party had not commissioned these acts of violence. When my colleague Samgele Masego spoke to Godrich Gaidi, he had said that they were agent provocateurs who were actually, dressed, or rather sent to be dressed in EFF regalia to actually go destroy and vandalize these EFF stores. So it'd be quite interesting to see, indeed, will anybody be brought to book for the vandalism that was caused on those EFF stores. But also, Peter, we also seek to get some clarity on whether the protests outside these Click stores will actually now end or will come to a halt. So we're just hopefully camping outside here, hoping that one of the EFF officials will actually grant us an opportunity to speak to them.
All right, and perhaps finally, I think you started to answer that, but what do we know in terms of what's happening at the Clicks stores at the moment? They were closed yesterday, they're open today, we know there's extra security, but is there still a presence of EFF supporters at some of these stores?
Well, Peter, there were some reports coming in this morning that there is a presence of some EFF members outside some Click stores. It wasn't as heavy as the previous days, as Monday, as Tuesday, but there were reports and some videos coming through of EFF members still protesting and picketing outside some of those Click stores. So it'd be quite interesting to actually get a reaction from, the EFF officials on whether or not this protest of theirs will actually continue. If I remember vividly, so on Monday, Julius Malema, Mr. Malema, was speaking to our colleagues in Polokwane, and he had said that the protest would actually take place from Monday to Friday, and then Clicks would actually be allowed to resume with their activities. He wanted Clicks to actually feel the pinch, of what they actually caused through that racist advert that actually depicted black women's hair as dull, dry, and damaged, as opposed to that of white women as full, fine and fair.
Natasha, that's where we'll leave it. Thanks very, very much indeed for that update.